Hey folks. So Saturday, Saturday's a day when Katie and I have a session with a good friend of mine, Larry Morrison, friend of ours. He's a financial consultant in a way. He's been working with helping people alleviate student debt for years, and now he's working with people like us around mindset stuff that's to do with money, basically breaking money patterns and opening up to new ways of being in our financial lives. And he's a genius. And one of the things that came up today, which was related to me, it wasn't actually strictly related to money, but I guess in a way it was around this idea of, I was telling him that I'm in this business incubator, and there's a fair amount of kind of urgency. This is a time bound program, limited amount of time, and the point of that is, they explain the time limit at the very beginning of the program. They say, look, we've experimented with different lengths of time. This is the length of time that creates the most success for people, because it basically creates a certain kind of urgency within the program to take action and not give yourself the sense that you need to think everything through before you take action. They're big proponents of taking imperfect action and really getting rolling with getting out there, getting in front of people, getting whatever it is you're selling in front of other people, and starting to really see if it's viable, because ultimately that's the only way of really knowing, is to see if people want to buy it. And so I'm kind of marinating in that environment pretty consistently now, and it's fantastic. I have to say, like, I'm just so happy to be absorbing this information. It really feels high value in so many ways. And what I was talking to Larry about today is this idea that the sense of urgency, because I also, there's another level to this, or another aspect to this, which is that my life's actually reasonably full these days. I'm teaching a lot of lessons. We have a toddler daughter who's at home. We have childcare, obviously, but it's not like she goes to school for 6 hours a day or anything like that. So there's a fair amount of homekeeping work to do, and it's all I can do to keep up with the pace that this program is sort of prescribing, or at least encouraging. And I've kind of felt like, it's great. I appreciate it. I get why the urgency is important. I get that the kind of like the pressure is a good thing, and why it's a good thing. And at the same time, it's, what Larry said is, well, if you're really rooted in source, and if you're really rooted in your center and what is coming through you already, then you don't need the pressure in the same way that someone might if they were either just kind of lazy about taking forward movement, or not sure of what they were doing and prone to kind of deflect or become distracted and like weave off into left field and ignore their project. That he was saying that if you're really centered in it, what's coming through you is there and present, and you're holding it, and it's coming through, then what you actually want to do is not create from a space of urgency, because when you create from a space of urgency, all you do is create more urgency. So you create out of urgency, and then you create another deadline and another deadline and another deadline. And he was like, and that's why I deal with so many rich people who are deeply unhappy. And I sort of took that to heart, and I felt like that was the right message for me today, because I was like, I'm really balancing this thing, and what's coming through me is very sensitive, and it's all about spiritual practice at the piano. It's based on a lot of kind of subtle perception of myself into other people, like watching other people and listening very deeply for their patterns, and just being available for what's coming up. And I think trying to create something that's in that space out of urgency has the potential to taint it, and the potential to actually kind of dilute what's coming through me. So I'm at this interesting place where I really appreciate everything about this program, and it's not that I'm trying to evade the challenge of it, or the structure of it. I'm loving it, but at the same time, I'm having to kind of breathe and do everything from that place of ease. That came through. I think I put this in a post a couple days ago, but just this sense of like everything takes place in a space of ease. When I'm present, there's almost no such thing as urgency. There might be high energy, there might be a lot of flow, but it's not, there's no kind of grasping or there's no tension to it. It's just kind of it's a dynamic flow. And I think I'm trying to, I'm my my mantra for the day is to basically be in this place of a lot of movement, a lot of stuff to do, and a lot of really great information coming at me. And at the same time, remember, this is being created through me. I'm not doing this. I'm not really building this business. I'm connecting with my heart. I'm connecting with what's most true, what's most important to me, what I love more than anything in the world, what I want to give, and my business is forming around me. And if I keep that in mind, then I can use all these great things that are coming in as tools, and I can be inspired by them, and I can, wield the tools hopefully intelligently and effectively. But I don't need to feel urgency around the tools. It's like I don't need to feel like someone's throwing me tools and I'm catching them and trying to like use them real quick. That's not how it needs to work. Like, remember that even though this program may be fantastic, my business is coming from my heart, and it's coming from inside me. That's where it's ultimately coming from. Everything else is the how. Everything else is just the manifestation in the world. That shouldn't stress me out, because this is coming from a completely different source. It's coming through me from a completely different source. And if I can just rest in that and be grateful for that and allow that, then I think then it will all come through in a really beautiful way, and it'll be supercharged. And what I create will be a reflection of that peace and that ease and that genuine sensitivity, which is, of course, what I'm hoping to encourage people to experience at the piano. So that's where I'm at today, folks. Yeah, I love you all. Katie and I have date night tonight. Annalisa's in Albuquerque. It's a beautiful evening. We're going to watch a movie. Amazing. So glad all of you are in my life. I love you all. It means a lot to me that those of you who watch these are here with me and kind of experiencing this journey, commenting, liking, whatever. Thank you so much. Take care. See you very soon.